Hey, yo, 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 and away we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Quake at the... Okay, help me out with this chat. Really, just like, first of all, hi. Good to see everybody. Good, Mike the Ref here. Good to see you here. It's a great Wednesday night, but you got to help me here. How many earthquakes have they had in Minnesota? Now, if they would have called this Quack at the Lake... You know, maybe I would live with it. Maybe I would understand it. Quake at the wake? Quake at the lake. Quake at the wake, quake at the lake. Hey. It's going to be interesting, but what's always interesting is seeing you guys. I'm always grateful to see everybody here. It's a hot week once again here in Edmonton. Forgive me, I had to leave basically the door open so that I can get some air in here, because this apartment over the last day here has been getting up to about 35 degrees at times, so it's a little much when you're trying to get work done. But speaking of work getting done, letting you guys know that we do have some new videos coming up on the wrestling YouTube channel this week. Holy moly. I'm getting all these quote tweets and retweets, and I want to thank everybody for popping in with their 2 characters, 10 characters, whatnot. It's always great to see you guys around. But yeah, we're starting to get a little bit more wrestling in there. I did strike a deal with the K Wrestling Archive to get more videos up. I am starting to load some up for them to put up on their channel as well. So it takes a little bit of time here. So just letting you know that, just letting you guys know that I will still be streaming. It's just going to be... Okay, that's always good. All right, let me get this retweet out here. Yeah, it's... I am going to be still streaming here 3 to 4 times a week. Just going to have to, like tonight, we're not doing any games after. I'm probably going to do some grinding of MLB in between editing some videos and getting them uploaded. For the rest of the month, I'm going to be doing a lot of uploading, so when you consider the very long streams, may not be as much of a thing going forward for the rest of the month here, just until I get caught up with the wrestling side of it. The gaming side is a little easier to do just because uploading gaming videos for me is simply just a cut, paste, add a few logos, and let's go, right? But oh god, they got America's Got Talent people flopping a hockey stick on for Americans that haven't seen hockey before. So good old Trevor Zegras, eat your heart out here right now. But yeah, but we're still going to be covering lots of wrestling here. I'm hoping to be on my next stream. Actually, officially is going to be tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Myself and Game Time Art, we are going to be the Art and the Smart, taking on the Rumbleverse game. We're going to see how that goes. It's going to be a fun time. I'm unofficially calling it the Art and the Smart. I was going to call it the Art and the Smark, but somebody's got Smark taken around here, so in these parts. So just trying to, play fair with everybody. So sorry, I just had to update, just do a little refresh on the old Chrome screen, which is always great. But yeah, tonight should be a very interesting night for AEW. We got the main event's going to be Chris Jericho and Jon Moxley, which I've stated before that I think that it's actually a little... how do I put this politely? Some of the moves that they've been doing in terms of the book at Chris Jericho have been pretty sus, I think is the best way to put it. The way that they book their matches, there's a lot of screwiness, and not really a clear, just straight up just finish to their matches. So for me, that makes me a little worried about this match because, well, we're also going to get Madison Rayne taking on Jade Cargill for the TBS Championship, which I expect Jade to win that. But Madison's going to put her through her paces for sure. And who knows, they might end up introducing somebody tonight. So, other than that, I haven't kept track of a whole lot about what's going on with that card. I just know it's going to be a good card. Oh, what else we got here? Oh, geez, I forgot all about it. The fact that we're all getting, put him in a coffin. Put him in a coffin. Bridy King, Darby Allin coffin match, which is probably going to start the show off. Because, well, you're not going to put Moxley and Jericho on the main event, are you? I can't honestly see that happening, but I've heard of weirder things in AEW and WWE and whatnot. Just catching the vital ends of a couple shows here as they're coming up here. And I know tomorrow night I'm going to try and get on a little bit early before the 7 o'clock meet up with Art there. And we will chat a little bit about what happened at EVO this past week, because there's a lot to go through. And actually, some of the games that I was going to get involved with actually got some really big news. So it might be very advantageous to cover some of the games that we plan on here. And for anybody asking, there's a pyro right there. So if you're trying to sync up your match, your show to that, roughly, we are, where are we at here? 14 in the show. Okay, I got to remember that when I upload. Yep, called it. All right, let me get the prediction up for you guys here. Time to put him in a coffin! I almost made a fatal mistake there on that for listing who's involved here, but 5 minutes, let's go. It makes me wonder why we really have to have this match. We already had the match a couple weeks ago and Brody won easily. Like, are they trying to set it up that, you know, trying to get Darby his heat back in his specialty match? Or are we trying to lead to something further here coming up? That's the other thing I got to ask. They're starting with the well, think of it this way, JJ. We were talking. Oh, Darby's saying, I don't give no hell here. Let's go. Oh, my God. Brody with that face. Coffin match, Darby Allin. What could go wrong? Absolutely everything. Skateboard fall tax. Way! Good way to start the show. By the way, good to see both of you here tonight. My God, looking at these two right now. Oh my God. We're not even, what? We're a minute and a half into the show, and Darby's or Brody's already bleeding from the head. Like, seriously. Get rid of that damn coffin. Jeez. Oh, you here for the pain? Thank you. Jesus, Darby. Can you imagine the level of cleanup that's going to have to be done after this matchup? But JJ, you were asking about they're starting with a coffin match here like this. I was just saying it a few minutes earlier here. With Moxley and Jericho as your heavyweight title match, you're not going to put that on first. So, ooh, we got right down the middle here with just about 2.5 minutes to go here. My God, like, maybe we'll get a long, drawn out, this could probably be a promo from Thunder Rosa to give him time to clean up. Wait.
I'm back.
Whoa. Andre. Whoa, hold on. Time out here. Hold on. I'm calling a whistle on this. Like, it's your birthday, man. You don't need to be subbing to me for your birthday. Yo, Papa, roll your chicken 40. It's crab top, baby. Brooklyn. I tried, okay? I'm not great at the singing thing. It's your present here. Well, I thank you, Andre. I truly appreciate it. Yeah, it's been a crazy week here. Jesus. Like, for as much blood that Brody's bringing out, like, seriously. Like, this is like, oh my. Wow. Thank you for the compliments of the virtual desk being, you know, well, I'm going to have to try to rage the height a little bit. I am a little short here right now, but want to make sure you got all the pictures in the background at least that I have up. So, and I'm missing a poster. I want to give a shout out to Remember the Game here and their Teespring page. For their June sale, end of June there, they were having a 20% off sale. So I actually bought a poster, and that's supposed to go in that empty slot there on the left. Well, they said wait a month because it takes about a month to ship across the border because apparently, you know, you could ride a bike faster than what it took to get out here. But anyway, I didn't get it. I haven't got it yet. So I sent an email out last Friday. Oh, don't worry. Once I get it, you know, the signatures will be had somehow. But I emailed them on Friday asking, well, what's going on? It seems like the courier number disappeared and everything. And no word of a lie. 2 business days later, they got back to me and said, sorry, we'll send you another one. Is this address correct? So I want to give a shout out if you guys... If you guys aren't familiar with it, remember the game podcast.com. Sorry, I can't afford any moderators to type for me right now. So, and I have a hard enough time getting over for my predictions here. So, a signed photo of you. Well, I do have. All I have to do is get out of the way, Andre. There is a signed photo of you here. It's with you with all the mafia here. So technically I do have one side for you. So unfortunately the way the camera angle works, it just usually doesn't get shown too often here. But thank you, Andre, for adding the website there. Feel free to take a look at everything on there if you like games. But yeah, I'm sorry. With this much blood, watching Darby is a bit of a... Watching Darby destroy Brody or what he did to Brody right off the bat. Do you think that much blood is legit what they wanted to start this match off with? Or did Darby just go a little too far and screw it up? Like, well, half the time when he pulls off half of his moves, he has that problem, so... Personally, I think he just played out screwed up, so. Now we get to sit here and watch commercials about horse racing rather than actually seeing what's going on here. Like, ugh. But I'm glad we get to see. Haven't been watching AEW lately. So much New Japan and almost work Wednesday nights. Yeah. Oh, he got busted open not even 10 seconds, 15 seconds into the match. Yeah, why are you trying to use a table that the leg's gone? Like, I know you work at a Lowe's. Basically, that's Home Depot in Canada, or Lowe's in Canada. My God, he's got flare levels of blood on him there. I'm waiting for the 62.5-foot tall ladder. Well, JR is out there, so, you know, it is possible. For everybody else, they actually do try to keep it somewhat accurate. Because they do have to say it's 1 foot taller than what the Jeff Hardy ladder was, just to make sure that they could say that the largest ladder wasn't used by Jeff Hardy. It's one of those things that just drove me nuts with WWE when they at WCW during the wars. No Tony tonight. He might also just be doing backstage too. I know that Alex Anverhantes was doing unscripted or unrestricted this week, the podcast with Aubrey Edwards. Now, do we get Black in here or do we get Sting on this one? Or Miro? No, that's both of them. It's a light. Buddy Matthews is back, though. And there's Julia. Now, do they get the BCC out here for this? Yeah, they're probably on the outside trying to patch up Brody a little bit. Just because, you know, that what they did is absolutely ugh. But Sting's got to be coming out. And maybe we'll set something up for All Out at this point. Because let's face it, this is going to be the last real match going, or last real big show going into All Out, right? Because we only got, what, 3 more Dynamites going into All Out? Now, is the coffin open or closed? That's the question we have right now. So Darby and the Taker are the synonymous with the coffin matches here. That they can't lose them. Actually, what am I talking about? Taker lost a lot of them. Yeah, the We Want Sting chance drives me nuts. All right, the coffin's closed now, so he jumped in during that point. Yep. Shivani's there. He just came out for his one spot. That man has a bit of red on his face. A bit? That's like saying I'm a bit overweight. Brody, oh. Love the side of the crowd. I'm from Winnipeg, you idiot. That was a perfect toss. So somebody's got to I'm gonna snooze this one for right now. Playing the mind games, are we? Grandpa Sting, yeah. Ooh. Did Sting just call him the P word? Sting just called it the P word, I think. Synonymous with kitty cat. Oh my God, look at all these spots on the floor. Jesus. Punchy? Close. All right. Darby's like one of those guys that's like, yeah, no, we're just gonna... What are you doing, Brody? Uh-oh. So what is he gonna... He's gonna body slam him into the coffin? All right, Darby counters. Oh. Are you kidding me? That Jade is not going to do that. Look at Brody's face, how red it is already. I don't know if that's from... Oh, and he fell right in and closed the lid. That takes skill. I got to give Brody King's props for the skill on that shot. He manages to fall into the casket perfectly and have the lid just pop right down on him. Look at all that blood on Darby. Ugh, hey, ugh. All right, let me get it to... let me get the points out to to JJ here. Congrats, JJ, winning all 500 points. When you bet 500, you got an extra 500. That's all. That's your winner there. Yeah, tonight it's Madison Rayne and Jade, as well as Moxley Jericho are the two big ones. They got Luchasaurus in action. They also have FTR in action tonight. So, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of this, but guess there's been no blood in a while. Well, they certainly made up for the average. I will say this. I am not a big, like I said, I'm not a big fan of blood. I'm not a big fan of that, but so my friend just heard AEW and Darby hanging Brody with the chain. Said, holy fuck, is it a horror movie? That's exactly it. Yeah, Boris, I was saying that right off the bat here. Good to see you, by the way, tonight. That's a lot of blood for free TV. I'm wondering if that actually was legit, or if it ended up being a bit of a mistook, as they would say. Which wouldn't surprise me, because Darby's been full of them. Like every match that he's been in, he's always had some kind of WTF moment for how reckless he is. The white face paint, the feet kicking, the face changing color, the blood. The face was already pretty much changed before. That's the sad part about it. All right, so just so you guys are aware, I am running ads on here. I think they didn't... I didn't think they wanted quite that much. I think that's the biggest understatement of the week here, Boris. Because, yeah, it definitely hit more than it should have been. So, we are running ads on this channel. So, rather than having them run in the middle of a match, I'm going to try and run them right now. If you are subscribed, or I'll put a little thing in chat here if you're interested. There's a thing you can sign up for called Twitch Turbo. $6.99 a month for every channel. You don't have to watch ads anymore. So for those that are subscribed, you're still here. Let me... There we go. I'll throw that in there. Yeah, this really sucks having to keep up with this, but I find it's better to do it this way with the... so you don't have to wait the extra 30 seconds to a minute to come watch my stream. You watch it right away. Yeah, subscribers, you're right through this. You don't have to worry about it at all. You don't get the advertisements that others do, so that's why I mentioned it this way. So, but what Twitch is doing here, yeah, they're really trying to push the ads a little bit more here, which I understand. They got to make their money too. So, do we expect anything crazy to happen tonight between Jade and Madison and Jericho and Mox? Scary thing is, if Punk is ready to go, I could see Jericho winning this tonight. You do... Well, Andre, if you're broadcasting, you don't have to deal with it quite yet. It's when you become an affiliate, I do believe, is when you get that issue. So, which, stay tuned on that announcement coming up here in the future. So, yeah, I can see some shenanigans going on. I think we could see a formerly disgruntled wrestler making a triumphant... My God, could you imagine the pop of having MJF show up there and screwing Moxley out of the title to get it to Jericho? That would be a little bit of crazy, I think is the best way to put it. Punk doesn't come back till I'm going to guess the show at the tennis stadium in September. I would almost think they'd push it out to Full Gear. Hey, Zodiac, how you doing? We've already been through, about 60 buckets of blood. Can you tell that they have to kill time to clean up the blood tonight? You got a very long promo from Moxley. You got a commercial break. You got a very long promo from Jericho, and he hasn't even finished it, but I know it's going to be way too long. He's a large man. He has extra buckets of blood to spare. Absolutely, and they opened him up big time. Here's the funny thing. Moxley wanted Lionheart Jericho. If you go back in the record books, Lionheart didn't win a whole lot. So I would actually want Lionheart a little bit myself as well. The last... When Teddy, Tyson, and Harry be the last survivors of the dungeon, I would... Well, Boris would have a better idea of that there. Jules, good to see you here tonight, my friend. I know you're just prepping for your Fortnite stream tonight. Good to see you around. I'm definitely not a Lionheart. Maybe I got the coward... what was that? The Cowardly Lion? And Eric, good to see you as well. No, Bat Jules. Okay, here we go. We finally got the, okay, House of Black, Dark Order, Trust... Okay. So is it going to end up being Hangman, or is it going to end up being Omega? That's the question we have right now. Maybe they're going to play 3-on-2 for right now. Oh, so basically it's a regular AEW match. Hangman and Omega do the fusion dance and become Hangamanga. That would be funny. So Rush, Andrade, and I miss the I love Rush's bull mask too. The fact that everybody in the faction has a mask. Oh, here's something for you guys. A little bonus that I was going to have. And we're definitely going to be looking at it this weekend. You just saw it on your screen here. Their partner, I believe, is Dragon Lee. We're going to find that out here in about 10 seconds here, because I think they're bringing out 2 teams from the... All right, let's see here. Oh, really? Oh, this is going to be fun. I thought they said this was supposed to be a trios match, which technically I think it could be if they're counting Alex and the assistant in there. I'm just going to label it here as trios. Don't shoot me if it isn't. Yeah, the tournament starts next week. Oh man, now that they've made this a tornado rule, this match is going to buzz. Oh, it's a 2-on-2 tornado. Okay. For some reason, I heard Trios tornado. Ooh. Andrade working with a shirt. Maybe it's the leftover chops from when he was dealing with Flair post-show there. Yeah, Trios is next week. I get that. I just thought that he announced that it was Trios prior to this matchup, but I'm just really happy that they're letting these guys go. Like, oh, Jesus, Roosh. Who do I think will win? Hey, the bets are up. I am not saying a word right now. Roosh is a little bit of a better tag partner than Flair. My God, is he a whole lot better. Roosh is getting jacked AF. Yeah, I will say that. But Roosh has always been in great shape. That's, like, don't get me wrong, I haven't seen a lot of him. I saw a little bit during his ROH title run. That's why I started watching a little bit more ROH. Who do I think will... I got to look at the bracket again. I'd have to... We'll bring up the bracket here next week, and we'll make a little bit more of a formal prediction here, so... I'm still sour over that Flair match. Like, anybody that knows me personally right now knows how much of a disdain I have for a certain glove on a pole match. I consider that Flair match worse than the glove on the pole match. Like, there's a few matches locally that are in that standard range. Oh, Jesus. I was going to say, you're not ending it before the channel points are up. I can't wait for the one more match for Sergeant Slaughter next. Do you have a favorite blank on a pole match? Well, I'd have to say the one that me and Boris called for Dildo on a pole has got to be up there. Just because it's a response, and it was done in a way that... Like, I know I played it up as the Judy Bagwell on a forklift. That's forklift. That don't count. But yeah, if you go to the Clandestine Society and check out in Act 1, the... Ha! You do your flippy stuff. We're going to just use you as a target. It totally counts? Nah. Viagra on a pole was a joke. Yeah, let's not even bring up the name Russo in here. So just so you know, you got just under a minute here. You can chase the action a little bit if you want as well. Could you imagine Tornado Trios Tag Team Tournament Tussle? That's what they should name one of these. Just for the fact that that would be the ultimate alliteration for everything. Just want to see if they could bring up the draw. Oh, here we go. Just gonna see if I can save this, and we'll take a look at this as soon as we as soon as we're done here tonight, or done this matchup here. We can take a look at the bracket. JAS and Shark Cage wasn't great. That Shark Cage pretty much played out the way that we expected it to. For the mere fact that they were going to try and find a way to come out of, get out of there. They did. I like the fact that they brought Anna Jay out as a new member. So that's a little bit of a positive. We need a handgun on a pole match. Jeff Jarrett versus Papa, the Psycho Dwarf. Andre, this is AEW. You get Puppet the Psycho Dwarf versus Arn Anderson with a handgun on a pole match. Come on now. And DBS Pod, good to see you here tonight too as well. Yes, I remember the early TNA match. Yes, I get it. But if you're going to do it at AEW, that's the way you got to do it. You got to have Arn Anderson involved with a Glock on a pole match. But yeah, life is going good here tonight. Oh, okay. Darth Mick fixed it for you, Andre. So you can thank Darth Mick for that one there. I don't know how we got off on to talking about Glocks and that, but, you know, to each their own, I guess. Puppet pulling a handgun on Jared. Jared disarms him by hitting him with the chair. Yeah, I remember the match. Like, don't get me wrong. That was... Like, seriously, they're going for the mask again. Like, this is one of those tropes that I just... Taking off the wrestling mask is a trope of just... We were... we were talking about horrible matches. We moved on to pole matches. And then we ended up on a gun on a pole match here with somehow Zodiac. I'm sorry we ended up going 14 different ways here, but that's where we ended up. But it's so damn impressive watching how quick everything goes here. Did anyone else like the triple cage match for WCW and Ready to Rumble? Honestly, the way the triple cage match was booked, I don't think it was booked that bad, to be honest. In terms of a wrestling thing, if anybody else but David Arquette would have been in that one role, and it would have been some underdog Like, hell, even a Norman Smiley kind of character who just fluked his way to the title, I don't think you would have heard too much about it, to be honest. But the fact it was David Arquette just put it in a whole different direction. The triple cage match kind of sucked, but looked cool, though. Yeah. I will say this. The execution wasn't... Okay. You guys are saying the execution wasn't great. What about the... as far as I'm concerned, I compare it to that triple cage that they used in 96 with Hogan and Savage versus the Dungeon of Doom and the Four Horsemen. And between that, the triple cage match with David Arquette was a technical masterpiece, if you ask me. Nice knees there. Can you tell these guys wrestled a few times with each other? Is that one of my favorite dog crap matches of all time? Probably. Red Queen Rhonda. Good to see you here tonight. I am doing great. How are you? The documentary "You Cannot Kill David Arquette" is real. I got that on my list, and I need to watch it. To be honest, I don't watch a lot. Like Dark Side of the Ring, when they come up, I don't watch a lot of those. Sort of like meeting your heroes kind of thing. Doing very well, Red Queen. You would, based on your name, just solely your name, Rhonda, you would have really enjoyed the first match here on Dynamite tonight. It was a coffin match, and there was a lot of red to start off. It's like, ooh. Rolling cutter out of nowhere. It's pretty, like, it's great that you can sit back here and it's, 35 minutes into Dynamite right now, and these four are absolutely killing it. And I can almost guarantee you they didn't mention anything in the back. Jesus! Fight forever. Clap, 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 clap. I need to get that as a sound for my Stream Deck. There's a couple sounds I want to add. I just want to see Sammy, Darby, Phoenix, and Blank in a fatal four-way triple cage. With all due respect, the triple cage match is something I just prefer to see in the past. Nice. That was a very nice interception there by El Idolo. Like, I cannot believe the level of... The hard part is when he's sitting there like that. When Penta's sitting there, he can't emote whether he's awake or out. His eyes are always open for some reason. He's like Jeff Hardy or something. So where's Abrahantes? There he is. Like, come on, Abrahantes. It's your job here. Whoa. Straight jacket pile driver. So they had a spare match just sitting by. Oh, and there goes the assistant. Why did Roosh go for the ref? Why didn't he just go for... Okay. I think Roosh screwed that one up, but that's okay. So everybody's yelling, throw it back. Back in the WCW days, but Mysterio wear a double mask wherever. I think that was more of a storyline thing, to be honest. Yeah, I agree. I think it was specifically with Jericho. A good manager always has that extra mask for you. Well, Abrahantis has turned into a decent, manager in that case. I will say this, an absolutely fantastic match. Using the trope of the mask for the 6 billionth time in AEW, it's starting to get a little stale. The mask, yeah, exactly. Zodiac summed it up perfectly in the chat for me here. Haven't watched many Roosh matches. He really likes the front drop kick. Well, he's a little bit more, don't get me wrong, I haven't watched a ton of them myself either, but... Uh-oh. So you're wondering how legit this promo is right now? See the Bucks turn face, will this lead to a double turn? We'll see. It was in Minnesota. All right, this is laying on a little thick here, if you ask me, but... Soap time, yeah. The Hung Bucks. Yeah, it probably is. JJ, that seems sort of apropos for what we're hearing right now. Yeah, it is dragging out a bit long. Yeah. All right. I like that. All right. Opponents are in the ring. We set up these rules before. If you're bringing out one of the wrestlers without an entrance and he's not clearly a big man on the roster, we're not doing predictions. But anyway, let me get back in this chat here. I'm falling behind after that. Honestly, that was a great promo if you ask me. It is probably leading to a return of Kenny Omega, but I think there was a feud with Eddie when Eddie was ripping Mysterio's mask off. Eventually, Ray went unmasked and did the little horns. The little horns from Ray was part of a mask versus a mask versus title match, I do believe. I can't remember if it was with Eddie or with Jericho. Either way, it was Kevin Nash's booking idea to take the mask off. And everybody simply believed, what the hell were you thinking? And yeah, it just, one of the dumbest ideas I think I've ever heard. But anyway, we'd like to see the Bucks turn face, but will this lead to a double turn? Only if we get a new leader for the Dark Order, which I don't think we will. Think it's going to be Kenny? Yes, I do. Unless it's a huge misdirection for next week. I can't see that happening right now. I'm sorry, seeing Anthony Henry there reminds me of a less jacked Richie Rage. If you're in Edmonton, you know who I'm talking about. The former PWA star. Like, just with the hair, his face. The only difference is Rage was built a lot stronger than what Anthony Henry is. There was room on the raft for Hangman. Omega replaces Page. Yeah, that makes sense. Points for the match? Nope. A less Jack Davey Richards. Okay. See, we wouldn't have been able to do it anyway just because... We wouldn't have been able to do points regardless because of... Yeah, that's Henry. Oh, it's CLB. How creepy can he get tonight? Language? Yeah. Wow. Those two security guards, that was like... Are they trying out for the Jaguars? They were in there for that pass protection that well? Wow. Well... Luchasaurus has been suspended. Yeah, Jungle Boy and Cage pretty much that's pretty much a guarantee it all out. What? Oh! Wait, what? He just pulled out a Johnny Cage line from one of Johnny Cage's worst movies. Oh yeah, I'm going to throw the ads up right now, guys, during the commercial break here. He threw out a line from Ghost Rider. All right, Andre, I'm assuming you're going back to work here, or you're going to enjoy your birthday. Either way, enjoy your evening. Everybody, let's wish Andre a happy birthday right now. He's turning a solid 75 this year, so it's always greatly appreciated having him here. But, yeah, if you guys have... Sorry, 35. But yeah, that line that he used there of saying, "I accept your gift and I'm going to use it to destroy you," that's straight out of Ghost Rider. That is straight out of Ghost Rider. The bad Johnny Cage one, the first one, not the second one that was even worse. Which is perfectly on point for a guy like Miro who's into that kind of stuff, so. Can't wait for the CJ angle. Who will she get married to next time for a black... Darth Mick, I'll be honest, I was listening to the Sessions episode with CJ. For as much as she's doing right now, she doesn't need to get involved in wrestling. And from what I hear, how do I put this in 2022 terms? Miro is a very traditional man when it comes to his relationships. This is what CJ Perry was bringing up, and the fact that he didn't want Lana to be in the ring at all. And basically he wants to be doing all the heavy lifting kind of thing. So I don't see CJ Perry coming out here anytime soon. Besides, the amount of money she's making off Brand Army right now, I don't think Tony can really add too much to that to make it worthwhile for them right now. Especially if the rumors of Miro not being happy are true that are coming out online, which it's rumors online. Let's call a spade here. There might be an opportunity that it might be BS. All right, what we got? Might be true. He's Eastern European, so it tracks. Yeah, that's the other thing I'm thinking of. It's like... Oh, yeah, we got Starks and Aaron Solo tonight. So, Lethal's coming out now. Another promo segment. Well, how they laid out the best friends last week, I could see that very well could be setting up a tag match here for All Out, but we will see. Just reading a little bit of the scuttlebutt here. Nobody says no to the factory, but says if you do, you lose an opportunity for an easy W. Why is that not on a shirt? Like, speaking of shirts, these are the MTR players. Shirts will be available on my merch store. Available now along with many other designs. My God, the suits of Bobby Heenan with the voice of Jimmy Hart. That's what Sanjay Dutt sounds like, or looks like. Okay. How does that work? That you just take the title. Like, people say possession is 9/10 of the law. The other 10th is theft. All right. Who else is coming out? Oh, somebody's got some backup. I am seriously hoping that Dax gets a high number in the PWI 500. In my opinion, Dax Harwood, Wrestler of the Year so far. Not just Tag Team of the Year, Wrestler of the Year. The stuff that he's pulled off this year, the stories that he's put people through. Yes, Darthwick, you had it right on the ball. What is Sanjay doing? Oh, can't find it. I think we found ourselves a new trio team. Nice. Did you see how smooth those two are coming up? Dax and FTR are becoming absolute all-time legends this year. It's amazing what happens when you give somebody an opportunity. It is absolutely amazing what happens. Well, I hate to bring up the Fed on this show, but look at the women's division. Yeah, the Pinnacle, true. All you're missing is Jericho and Hager. And hell, those guys will flip on a dime to whatever faction you're involved in there. The intensity on Danny Mac, seriously. It's like he had 6 cans of Monster before he got out for this interview. Another garden joke. And Anna Jay just... The hell did Rebel do? Rebel was just sitting there. All right, let me get this up, even though this shouldn't go long, but I think this is one of those few times where it might actually last here. Starks. And we'll throw 5 minutes on there, and there we go. think JAS tries to pull some shenanigans. Danielson comes out to get his revenge on Garcia. I think there's going to be shenanigans. That's like saying water's wet. Like, I think it's pretty much obvious that that's what we're going to get here. Just because that's all that the JAS do in their matches. Like, I know you've been around a lot, but for anybody who hasn't been around a lot, there is a huge contempt that I do have for Jericho's lovely endings in all these matches right now. It just seems he can't win a match by himself. I can't wait to see where Ricky Starks is in a year. Because frankly, there is no reason why Ricky Starks can't be sent to the moon. And even Aaron Solo, like, he's a hell of a workhorse in that ring. I know a bit of a running joke earlier with Aaron Solo is he used to be, he's the former Mr. Bailey. As in Bailey the wrestler. Since then, that is... Oh. Well, that was a rookie mistake in more ways than one. That wasn't even a real leg pull. Like, seriously. Thought you get kicked out for actually doing something. I don't know if that was a chop or just a slap. It's one of those, that shot was hard, so boom. Uh-oh. Starks has got that look on his face. That's what Solo saw, but it just... You would think somebody like Solo would have enough brain sense to keep going after he's beaten up somebody instead of just relaxing there. Nice tornado. Boot across the face. Nice reversal. There's the spear. Well, whoever put in the 1,600 points, you're getting it right back because they didn't even last 5 minutes. Sorry, guys. I'll return those points right now. You would think a match like this would actually, last a few more minutes. Camarado hasn't been on TV in forever. Nice spine buster. Would be interesting to see if Starks gets headhunted by Triple H. I think if he stays consistent until the point where his contract comes up, I think Triple H might actually look at him. Well, at least Starks is smart enough to get out that way. Thank you, Papa Khan. I love this. Jeez! Remind me not to put Powerhouse Hobbs near a TV. Almost looks as bad as Flames fans last year in the playoffs. So are they going to flip Stoke? All right, who's Danhausen's partner? That's the question. If it's Danhausen and Hook, I feel bad for the ass boys there. So we're an hour and 5 minutes into this. So, yeah, it's got to be Hook. I just feel bad for the ass boys in that case. But Stokely's making some moves. Like after last week and basically picking up Ethan Page as part of the stable to go along with the baddies. That's setting up to be a decent mid-card stable here coming up here. And Stokely's got one of the best mouths in the game. So right now we're looking at one more promo and then the women's match. And then essentially go into our main event. Look, 2 more matches to go. I can't see them fitting too much more into this tonight. But it looks like all out starting to take shape. But let me see here. Let's we were talking about it earlier. Let me see if I can pull it up right now while we got a second here. Come on, you can do this. Desktop. There it is. Just pulled this off the old interwebs, so there's our AEW Trios tournament here, guys and girls. So Death Triangle's taking on Will Ospreay and Aussie Open, so Danhausen's the new Orange Cassidy. I think they're two in the same for different reasons. But, and let's take a look at the others. Like, I can't see Death Triangle not winning that. Yeah, we'll get Gagger. That's actually one thing that I really appreciate, the fact that we have a Jimmy Hart in that we just had out here. Sorry, with Sandeep and Jay, with Sanjay Dutt there. And then you have Stokely acting like Bobby Heenan. We're starting to see a lot of familiarity, I think. United Empire is your pick to win the trio? I think that's a good one-off for them. You got El Idolo and Dragon Lee and Roosh against the Young Bucks and Blank, which I'm assuming is going to be Omega. Whoa! There's the Trustbusters against the Best Friends. We're talking about the tag tournament here. I love that Parker's made his way over to AEW. We'll get back to that in a bit here. Parker just looks like a silent killer right now. Okay, let me get this prediction in here. I'm going to have to get a keyboard attached to this thing. Madison Madison Rayne. Set her up for 5 minutes. Hopefully it lasts that long, which it should, because it is a championship match. There you go, everybody. Get your predictions in, get your points in. Let's see you gamble, 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 gamble. Madison with a little bit of a different gear change here. I don't mind it for the fact that she always looked so generic when she was part of the Beautiful People. Like she was just like that third thrown in person. And the gear sort of reflected it. And then there's Jade, who just, stands out in a million ways. So if Madison doesn't win tonight, who do you think actually takes that championship off of Cargill? In time to see a squash match. See, I don't know how much of a squash match this is going to be because they've been advertising Madison up pretty strong here the last few weeks. Good to see you, Art, by the way. I do love the fact that everybody just loaded up on Cargill here. But I will say there's something to this where having a match that's predictable isn't exactly the worst thing in the world. It's all about the execution, though. See, nah, if they're going to play it like this might not take as long as I thought. I thought it would take a little longer. Madison would put up a little bit more. Oh, okay. A little bit more of a fight here. Maybe Anna Jay could take the belt. They need to build. They need a build-up, but I think she's in the best position. I don't know. Myself, personally, I think it's going to be Athena. And I think it's going to be the week of All Out. If not the end of the year. Oh, nice. Rather interesting follow-up there. Athena makes sense. Forgot about her. She seems to be out of the spotlight for the moment. Well, there's a group of them that are out of the spotlight. Oh, God. That made Ricky Starks jealous right there with that kind of spear. And Maddie sold that one hard. I don't know if she landed on her head. I don't know if she rocked her head there or not, but it almost seemed like it. Then the Cesaroplex there. Or the Claudioplex, I guess, anyway. I guess he didn't get on the ropes, or she didn't get on the ropes, so. But yeah, there's a crop of women that just seem to not get the spotlight that they deserve right now, I think. Like, we got that whole TBS on Rampage issue right now with, like, You got Chris Statlander there. You got Ruby Soho down there. You got Athena, which she's getting some spotlight on Rampage once in a while, but when it comes to the main show, I got a feeling when you name titles after specific sponsors, you always run yourself into problems. That's why it's always great to see all these championships be I haven't been a fan of how they booked the women. It's been awful. Good to see you. But good to see you too, sir. It's going to be fun to see us tag up tomorrow night with a little Rumbleverse action. 7 o'clock Mountain, by the way, guys, right around there. So, brand new fighting game. Basically, it's Fortnite meets wrestling. So if you want to see a bunch of good wrestling action with two wrestling fans, make sure you check that out, because we're going to have some fun with that, and hopefully a few W's, right, partner? At least I hope so. Need the horn for that. There we go. Just getting ready for tomorrow. Just get the horn out. Let's get it ready. Make sure it still works. And I think we got to get at least one win tomorrow. Yeah, we should. In terms of other streams this week, I actually, what I'm thinking, and I want to ask you guys while we're in the chat here and we're on a commercial break, would you be interested if we go over the THQ conference together? The one that's coming up on Friday. Namely, that's where they're going to be doing the previews for Fight Forever. The first little presentation towards Fight Forever is going to be on the THQ showcase this Friday. I'm going to be at work while it's live, so I can't watch it right away, but I would love to watch it later on. I'd love to watch it with you guys to get the reaction of what's going on. So just appreciate this black girl magic you're watching. Yeah, I'll say it. Jade's one of the best. She's one of the best homegrown wrestlers AEW has produced. Like, a lot of people talk about all the homegrown talent in the men's division. How about the women's division? And Jade is basically straight out of the factory, right? All right, that was a little low. I'm glad Jade didn't sell that as a headshot. A delayed neck breaker. This might be one of the first times I've seen Jade go down for someone. At least somebody's offense here. That blockbuster was... The camera sort of helped that one out, but it just, yeah. Seems like Jade's been brought out to deep water here right now. See how she responds. Jade is the most improved wrestler of the year. Again, she went from green to legit threat faster than anyone since Brock Lesnar. Absolutely. But this reminds me right now of the William Regal Goldberg match in a way. You know, where Regal was told to, supposedly told to stretch it out for 7 minutes. Cameraman, no! There we go. That's better, cameraman. This is why we can't get rid of Bucky Dunn in WWE. As much as I hate him, he gets the right shots in. Oh, she almost got the crossroads. No. Oh, that face is perfect. There it is. Hell of a match. Once again, Cargill brought out to the deep water, and she fluttered a little bit there, but managed to pull it out, and I'll say it's a decent match. I'm not going to say it's over the top, but yes, Athena. That, like I said, this has got to be the match they're setting up for the All Out. I love the reaction there. What the Athena showing off the championship. I remember seeing when Athena debuted in where we were at Beercade for our watch along, and I popped before everybody else because I knew exactly who it was. You ever get that moment when you get a couple riffs of a song, even though you don't know it's a new music, but you can sort of tell what kind of music it's going to be for? Oh, God. Okay. Good. Cut it short. Cut it short. Cut it short. Cut it short. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So Danielson's back on Friday. And Hook's going to speak. Hook don't speak. Oh my God! There was so much talk of seeing Eric in going back to the Fed with Wyatt. Oh, Sonny. Sonny's dead. Yeah, Redbeard's back. I'm love it. But there's so much talk of him jumping over to the Fed, but with Redbeard showing up here, Ari and Orange, Rampage is going to be a hell of a night there for wrestling. Oh, the AAA World Mixed Tag Team Show. Okay, I can live with that. Defending some AAA tag team titles on AEW TV. That's not bad. I feel so bad for Les Ingobernables for the mere fact that they're not gonna get out of that first round. Okay, so we're getting Kylan King next week. It's a nice little change. Kylan's been pretty solid in her role as she's been going on. She's been killing it on the indies right now. Ooh, you have my attention here. Garcia Danielson, 2 out of 3 falls next week. Let's make sure we don't have that as our crazy little do a match, have a break, do another match, have a break. But yeah, that's going to be our main event. That's cool. I like that. That is a great opportunity. And speaking of opportunities, once again, I'm throwing plugs out as always. We are going to be having That Garcia Danielson match better be 60 minutes. Whoa.
I'm back.
Art! 1 year in the bank. And the brand new badge. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you to everybody subscribed, to anybody who's, followed, bits, donation, whatever. Just being here tonight. That means a lot to me here, guys. I do appreciate it. I get a little bit all over the place, a little scramble-headed at the best of times. But you do not know how much I appreciate having you guys here for a lot of the time here, so. That's a lot to fit in 2 hours. Danielson, Garcia need at least 30 minutes. Well, hell, look at it right now. We've had a decent show, and we got just about 30 minutes left here, so. But yeah, it's just to let you guys know, right after tonight, once we're done here, there's going to be no game after stream. I was thinking about doing a little MLB The Show, but as I mentioned off the top, I was doing a little preamble here. I am uploading a bunch of video for the Canadian Wrestling Archive to use. Some Alberta wrestling footage. I'm starting to go through my personal collection here and starting to edit out a lot of the matches here now that I got the gaming channel starting to take off a little bit here, but I'm caught up with the material that we have, so I'm working on the wrestling channel a little bit more here. So while I'm uploading, I'm going to grind a little bit on MLB The Show, but it's sort of like while this is rendering for 20 minutes, I can get an extra little bit done on the game here. So I don't think you guys are going to want to watch me just sit here and work on a computer where you guys can't see the screen that well. Shameless plug, there will be MLB on your channels. Yeah, like, here we go. While we're there. I keep forgetting I have this button here. There's these certain buttons that I put on the Stream Deck that I should be using a lot more. There you go. That's the one I'm looking at. Guys, give him a follow. If you like MLB The Show, he is the guy to check out. It's you and Crowder in the semifinals, right? I didn't get a chance to see what happened on Sunday, right? So, or between Warren and Crowder. So, well, this is the way Jericho can differentiate stuff, right? He's trying to get through every single gimmick he can before things get going here. I can live a little white zombie. And 20 minutes on the clock, guys. Lots of time to get your predictions in, because Lord knows they ain't going to finish this before 10-2. It's funny, because Thunder Kiss was actually... A little fun fact for you guys. I used to have a little show called The Blown Call Show. Used to be on Blog Talk Radio, and then it moved on to different podcast things. It basically morphed into what I've been doing today. My original entrance music for the podcast was Thunder Kiss 65, so time to get Ricky Vaughn out of the bullpen, folks. Here we go. Drinks, snacks, and merch straight ahead. Forget the 3 faces of Foley. We have the 11 faces of Jericho. He's still got more to go. Because when he loses this, he can become the conspiracy theorist. Wild Thing break his Lionheart. Boy. That's a sign. We got the conspiracy theorist. We got... I'm just trying to think of what else we're going to put up with here when it comes to Jericho in terms of his gimmicks here coming up. But I will say right after... Oh, list of Jericho... Oh, yeah, I guess. Yes. I wonder what they would call it if you're... Because I'm sure WWE would crap on the list of Jericho, right? What would he have to do? Bring out a laptop? Bring out a tablet instead? A lot of Jericho signs in the crowd. Appreciate Jericho. Jericho's a GOAT. I guess this is in Minnesota, which is basically the... I don't want to say too many bad things about it. One of my best friends is from there, and Rachel Ellering, so... That's it! You just made the scroll! Is conspiracy theorist the WCW era when he threw a fit after losing a match? It was in between that and the point where he was leaving WWE or leaving WCW for the fact he would never get a chance of getting a top championship. He was considered a cruiserweight and that's it, right? Whoa, we got some money out there. If you guys are looking to make it rich here tonight, you might want to get on the action here. We still got 15 minutes yet to get your predictions in, but still. Like I said in my tweet earlier today, I think this might be the biggest match in AEW this year. When you put your points down, Jericho was leading. Yeah, no. Two people went over the top right now, and it's 69. Nice points for Moxley here, so. Oh, and there goes some more money into the old Jericho pot. I don't blame you guys for gambling on the underdog, either way. And no matter which way you put it, Jericho is the underdog in this matchup. So those that are local and still asking, I got to confirm everything, but I'm pretty sure it's in order here that we are going to be hosting All Out at Beer Cade coming up on September 4th. We won't be having a live preview show. Still working on possibly having a pre-recorded one up on our YouTube page before we get going here. We got some other announcements coming out here in the next week here for... I think it's going to be in the next week here for our... possibly some new members join the channel here, so... Will I be at the Top Talent event? I still got to get my ticket. Thanks for reminding me, Eric. I'm really looking forward to that Davey Richards-Mitch Clark match that got announced last week. Why 22J? You know, Jericho will make it work. That's one thing you can say for sure. Jaeger, without a doubt, Jericho will make it work. Film feed almost went. Of course, you're looking forward to Gabriel and Nate. Nate's improved a lot. I will say that. And one of the points I feel really proud about myself is like how this, basically what I consider the MPW kids. You got the Rads, for example. You got Nasty Nate Nixon. The way they've developed into top-notch wrestlers. It's just amazing seeing how well that level of talent has moved up right now. And if you guys aren't familiar with it, that whole having to edit video to upload to get the Canadian Wrestling Archive and whatnot. You're feeling me here. Now this is where we're going with this, all right? You guys want to learn about some of the names I'm talking about here? We're going to learn about some of the names we're going to talk about here. I'm also going to probably do, as we get going, I might actually do a little bit more of just watching wrestling nights. Like in addition to the gaming nights. What is he? He just pulled a Randy Orton. He just pulled a damn Randy Orton. Ha! This crowd's all over it. Now he gets a chance to gig himself. There it is. He needed an opportunity to cut his ear. So we're getting blood to open the night, and we're getting blood to close the night here, so. Wow, we got over 5,400 channel points in here right now for this. But we're getting back to what I was talking about earlier here. I think they're going to be online tonight as we're done here. After we're done tonight's Dynamite episode, I'm going to send you along to HPC2 Suite and the guys who are going to be talking about This Week in Wrestling, which really it's been a hell of a week. Like, I know we've had a lot going on, like the appearance of Dexter Lumis in WWE. Well, when you have Mox and Darby bookending the show, it's expected to see that blood. I just didn't need to see as much blood as we had this morning, or this earlier. I almost said this morning. It's like, what? No. To start the show. Moxley at least knows how to cut himself better now, right? Want to laugh at how bad the U.S. is now? Uh-oh. I've heard a lot of things, JJ, but... So Jericho's going to go after the ear for the rest of this matchup here. All right. Same storyline. Go for the temple. Oh, no. Got to break his back. Make him humble here. So, here's a question for you, chat. And I know not all of you are Canadian. There's a bunch of Americans in here as well. What do you think Jericho's response, like, what kind of welcome Jericho's going to get when they get to Toronto in October? The middle of October here, so. I honestly think Toronto's a little bit different than everywhere else in the country. Oh yeah, you know what, JJ? I read a little bit about what's going on down there with some of that stuff and all the threats and all this crazy stuff. We got our own problems up here right now, so I not saying yours are bad or ours are bad or what's worse or whatever, but I hate how you having to deal with a lot of that crap that you guys have. I feel bad for a lot of crap we have. Oh my God, the ear just makes the entire body bleed that much. So, sister made a dating app called The Right Stuff. Nice. That could go 16 different ways, Jay. Oh, lion salt. And he hit it properly. Oh, nice reversal. Into a cross arm breaker. Yeah, JJ, I'm not really surprised at anything these days. It gets disheartening after a while, but I don't deal too much with politics and that. Of course, I'm not an expert at dating tips either, but whoa. It's been a while since you've seen a good old-fashioned stump puller out. Or this version of a stump puller. Normally, the stump puller, you'll trap the head the other way and then go for the legs and pull them up. I will say this. Moxley normally gets stuck in a... Wonder if he practiced the lion salt much in the last couple weeks. I guarantee you he's been practicing. Because the last couple times that he did it, I think he was just thinking he could just do it. And he flubbed it pretty bad. But what I was saying here, Moxley, like, he's had a reputation for being a brawler, which, you know, he's great at what he does. But at the same time, switching over to stuff like all these submission holds and that, really smart choice. Whoa! Jericho really throwing everything out here tonight. You know what? You can ignore the politics all you want. You can bash him for a lot of things. Jericho's still a hell of an athlete, regardless of what you think of him. And this is the part I've been really enjoying, is the fact that he can wrestle. Oh, here comes the Bret Hart spot. Oh, sorry, I beat JR to it. All right, just about 5 minutes left in your predictions here, and we got 81% for Moxley here tonight, so... Regardless of his politics, he sure seems to get along with everyone who matters. Well, one thing I've learned when it comes to the wrestling business, if you're able to make money for someone, you will find friends. Here's the biggest example. Ric Flair. Even if it's your own son-in-law who has to put the show on, he will allow you to do that to get yourself the opportunity you want. Man, this move is crippling. Throwing a rim shot just for that joke, just for my own self-confidence on that joke. Is he going to try to get the Lion Tamer on right now? So Jericho had mentioned if... he went for the walls. When he moved to WWE, he ended up changing his move from the Lion Tamer into the walls, simply because you can't put the Lion Tamer on everybody. You can put it on smaller people your size, but when you get to the bigger ones, trying to get your knee into somebody's back of their neck, like imagine him trying to put that on Paul White. He could put this on Paul White. But all right, I'm doing the math here, guys. Either we're going to have an ad during the last 30 seconds of the match, or I can throw one up right now. So I'm going to throw one right now if you're not a subscriber. If you're a subscriber, we'll still keep chatting here for a little bit. For the next minute 30. Yeah, personally, I think it was a smart move by Jericho. Jericho seems to have a locker room presence. There's probably a whole spectrum of political opinion backstage, but most seem to get along, at least put the difference aside for the sake of it. That's exactly it. Like, if you can make money, you will find a home. I've seen it with so many talents. You can find wrestlers that are absolute dog crap outside of the ring, but if they're selling tickets, you're always going to find a promoter that wants to bring them in. There was one guy that finally we got rid of them. I feel most people could put aside politics and be good to each other. I really wish I could believe that. And you want to say most people can? Yeah, probably most people. Problem is you get those few that just won't let things go. And it just becomes such an endeavor to get into everything. So this is creative. The fact that they've managed to put the walls in for pretty much the entire commercial break here. It's only the ones that scream loudest to get the attention, absolutely. And that's the biggest thing when you're dealing with problems, right? If you stay with the status quo and you enjoy what you're doing, but you're not saying that you enjoy what you do, then it's like if a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there to hear it, does it really fall? Or more importantly, does anybody care? That's why you'll see a lot of the times, and I'm very thankful to all you subscribers that are involved and hear that I always believe that if you're going to support, you can say you have your support, but either make sure you share things out or that you put your money where your mouth is. That's why I've completely supported Quest for Jewels and DBS Pod wherever I can for what they're doing with Backbreaker Gaming with us. And you're going to notice a few changes coming up here with Backbreaker Video here in the next few weeks. And basically just putting where your money where your mouth is. You can say that you support certain things at X amount, but unless you actually do anything, it ain't going to matter. And that's sort of like what happened with Moxley, right? You could say you want to clean yourself up, but until you actually go into rehab, you got two people on two different sides of the equation here. You got Jon Moxley, who said he wanted to clean himself up. And then you have Jeff Hardy, who keeps talking about it. And then, well, you guys saw what happened. And now hopefully TK is fixing up that situation here. So consider all people Jericho has had on his podcast, or, he gets along that our promoters or have Depop. But it's about mutual respect despite different opinions. Yeah, like, I'll tell you this right now. Being a podcaster or content creator, it's very important to get as many different people, as many different opportunities as you can. And the biggest word that you could say, oh, Jesus. Moxley almost with the flying nothing. Okay, fair enough. Everybody's got different views, and yeah, like, we don't need to get into politics a whole lot here tonight. Just basically, as we say it, always look for your opportunities wherever you can get them, right? Moxley to Jericho, catch me. Well, sometimes they subtly need to remember that. Whoa. That sell on that code breaker. My God. That sell on that code breaker. That was nice. Like you literally see Jericho's body shake and then boom. Rather have differing viewpoints around you than echo chamber. Yeah, like the only time I like an echo chamber is when it's the right idea. Sort of like what I mentioned when the Oilers are going to win the Stanley Cup next year. I like regular opinions, you know. I love this. See, Zodiac, like, you get it. The Oilers are winning the Cup this year. Sammy overshot. I'm sure Ty had that problem too. There's your first bit of shenanigans. There's your first bit of shenanigans as we go along here. Claudio's going to show up sooner or later here and take out Sammy, so we don't have a hockey team in Jacksonville. The Blackhawks suck, so yeah, he could have. Well, you have the Florida Panthers, you have the Tampa Lightning down there. And Tampa just won the Cup twice in a row prior to this year. No and no. I'm with you. He hit the Judas effect. Oh my God. Are they going to pull this off? Well, we've had our first ever kick out of the Judas effect. See, this is where the video game player in me kicks in right away. Mox won't die. Yeah, as a video game player, when you hit your finisher on somebody and it doesn't work, what do? Hit it again and again and again and again and again. Uh-oh. Oh, he faked the neck breaker, went into the choke. Go Nashville Predators. You know what? I'm not going to argue with anybody that's a fan of a team of Miros. Now he's switching to the Bulldog. Oh, those elbows. Oh, look at that blood. Like, seriously. Oh, and there's a line tamer. That is a deep mat they got there, because this... Oh, my God. Oh, look at these. And he's got the hooks in, too. There is no way. When did Gerald get... I don't know when he got... I don't know when he got color. Yeah, maybe 2 minutes ago. Omen might have found it. I didn't notice until right there. Oh, I got it. It was a turnbuckle shot. He bladed himself right after that turnbuckle shot. When he missed with the belt. Wow. Jericho legit tapped? Holy crap. He's tried to outdo Ric Flair, yeah. Now, do we get an appearance after this? Because we got 5 minutes yet. I could see one of two things happening right now. Either we're going to... Oh, here we go. Sammy went to go get his buddy Jake. And here's where Wheeler and Claudio come out. Congrats on the points that you generously gifted. Yeah. Sorry. It's good to chase the money, though. And the fact that you're here as often as you are. Yeah, there were 4 different winners here tonight. So, and it wasn't just you. It was somebody else as well. All right. So who's going to come out and break this up now? No, he's not trying to pull Ortiz free. He's trying to pull Garcia. There's the music. There we go. Guess who's back? Somebody's healed up. And Punk looks pissed. Jericho's like, nope. Punk's just like, yep, thank you. Well, folks, we got our all-out match. Here we go. This is absolutely nuts. But yeah, like we were saying, this is like the B pay-per-view going into All Out. So if he's going to show up, this is the time to do it. But now you're going to get the face-off. So we're getting Punk Moxley. We're getting Punk Moxley. Somebody just threw the ring bell in. And of course, they got to show the side with the blood, right? Oh, they're doing the Rock Hogan moment. Yep. Ooh. Well, this one really doesn't need a lot of this matchup is not going to need much build. Just Moxley needs to be basically put into a heel position. Well, and that's why they didn't announce the new partner for the Young Bucks tonight. Because you don't do that. You don't spoil something like that right now. Do you think a needy Jericho gets a title shot versus Punk? Or no Punk match until the pay-per-view? I don't think Punk goes anywhere until the pay-per-view. His first match back will be the main event of All Out. There's no reason for him to wrestle. And the other part is that nobody wants to screw anything up for the title match, right? And yeah, Punk just said there's only one champion. But yeah, if they're going to bring out... Well, here's the other thing. If you're dealing with the Young Bucks and their faction, what if it's somebody else and then the Undisputed Era comes out and breaks that up? And the Undisputed Era gets cleared for All Out. Then you get your Young Bucks and Undisputed Era feud going on. Like, there's a million different possibilities here. While we got a second here, let's bring up this tournament again because it starts next week. So let's just get into it here. Death Triangle versus United Empire. We'll just call them straight up that. We're probably looking at... I would say Death Triangle wins that one. And then Young Bucks and Question Mark versus Los Ingobernables. Here's where a lot of people are going to get shocked about this. I think exactly what I just mentioned. We're going to get a breakup of... Well, we're going to have the Undisputed Elite come out and interfere and cost the Bucks the match. Yeah, I'll get to your point here in a sec, Darth Mick. House of Black versus Dark Order. You totally could get Dark Order to win that one, but a House of Black seems more appropriate here. And on the other side, well, Best Friends should be coming out of that, so that's why I don't think it's going to be Best Friends and Dark Order. I think it's going to be Best Friends and House of Black in that one semi. Then on the other side, a rematch of what happened tonight. I would go for that. And then quite possibly you get... you could get... Well, I'm thinking House of Black comes out of the one side, and then you got Death Triangle on the other. And that's a feud that's been going on for a year. So, and they've been wanting to have that feud show up for the Trios Championship. So that very well could be the finish. I'm not going to predict a winner because referees never pick winners. The only winners I pick are you guys. And I'm very thankful to have you all here tonight. It has been a lot of fun. It was a good Dynamite. It's sponsored by the Colored Red because we saw a lot of it. And yeah, it's really tough to watch that amount of blood come out of Bridy King the way it did after what I potentially think is a botch. Next week's show, I think it actually will be fire because they want to promote that House of Dragons. I think the whole card is I think that whole tournament is sponsored by them. So the Trios tournament, it's like three heads of a dragon, right? So we might get a little Hydra effect going on here, but I absolutely think that it's going to... next week's show is going to be absolutely amazing. I think the whole damn tournament's going to be amazing. We are basically lining up to WrestleMania for AEW. This is where stuff gets real. And this is where everything starts lining up. If Omega is the guy that shows up next week, All Out is going to be freaking insane. That we'll just call a spade right now. All Out will be absolutely insane. Hopefully they can fix up the women's division enough with Madison in there now to sort of help coach the side. Hopefully they change Tony's mind a little bit about the women's division and we can move on to creating bigger and better things for that women's division. So